Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wrestling extravaganza by Global Wrestling Alliance. This is Holiday Havoc. We're coming live from the Grand Ballroom in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for joining us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Championship.
Well, we're going to start tonight off with our opening contest for the United States Heavyweight Championship. And here comes the challenger alongside the rest of Lucha House Party. This is Kalisto. And a couple of nights ago on Supercharged, Kalisto called out the United States Heavyweight Champion, Chris Mad Dog Vandiver, and challenged him to this match for the United States Heavyweight title, which Vandiver obviously accepted. So tonight at Holiday Havoc, in our opening bout, Kalisto gets that opportunity to claim the United States Heavyweight title on a night where we have so much action planned for you tonight. We have the World Tag Team titles are on the line. The Women's World Tag Team titles are on the line. The Women's World Championship, and of course, the Heavyweight Championship of the World in our main event, which something has changed with the main event as far as the match stipulation. I'll go over that in just a little while. But first, here comes the United States Heavyweight Champion, Chris Mad Dog Vandiver. Said that he had absolutely no problem with defending the United States Heavyweight Championship against Kalisto. No issue whatsoever. And the high-flying style of Kalisto with whatever style you could consider that Mad Dog has these days, this should be a very, very good match, and I'm looking forward to it.
Introducing the challenger from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 168 pounds, Kalisto! And introducing the champion from the wasteland, weighing in at 232 pounds, he is the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion, Chris Mad Dog Vandiver.
The introductions have been made, and the champion, Chris Vandiver, hands over the United States Heavyweight title. Kalisto gonna go look at it. And that's what it's all about for these two individuals here tonight. And only one can walk out with it. So Kalisto, Chris Vandiver for the United States Heavyweight title. And here we go. Kick blocked by Vandiver. Lock up center of the ring. Duck underneath. And the tilt-a-whirl head scissors by Kalisto. Kalisto off the top rope with a moonsault, but nobody home. And Vandiver now with some elbows right into the rib cage. And a roll up into the cover. 1, 2, no, only the one. The hand was coming down for 2, but it definitely wasn't enough. Not that soon. And Vandiver has Kalisto all wrapped up in the ropes here. And knee right in the back. Later on tonight, we'll also see the rest of Lucha House Party in action. Tag team action. One. It's still only a one with the Northern Lights suplex into the bridge. And Kalisto now with the knee strike to the side of the head. And Kalisto sending Vandiver to the corner. Up on the top ropes. And look at this athleticism by Kalisto. Are you kidding me? Kalisto now to the outside and going upstairs. Vandiver stirring, trying to get back to his feet. And the cross body, but he didn't get enough. He didn't get enough hang time. Still, he's going to toss Vandiver over the top rope so he can try to gather himself after that botched maneuver there. Kalisto back out after him. Vandiver with a block and the Enziguri. The official now up to 3. Vandiver sending Kalisto back into the ring. Drops the elbow right into the kidney area. 1. And only a 1. Kalisto kicks out. I mentioned there was an update to the World Heavyweight Championship match, our main event for the evening, and because of the actions of the world's champion, Owen Gerald Sexton, that match has been turned into a 2 out of 3 falls tables match, a first for Global Wrestling Alliance. And Kalisto with the headbutt. Kalisto now in control, looking to claim the United States Heavyweight title for his own. And look at Kalisto go. There hits the moonsault, springboard off of the top rope. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. No. So very close. Kalisto with a stiff kick to the spine, kidney area. Kalisto now on the middle rope. And no, missed it. And Van Cutter. However, the rope break's going to save Kalisto that time. Kalisto crashed and burned and was caught by Chris Vandiver. And the Enziguri off the ropes. And Vandiver has regained control of this matchup. Kalisto with an elbow right into the glutes. Kalisto sending Vandiver to the corner and out of the corner. And again with the headbutt. Kalisto again with the springboard moonsault. 1, 2, new champion! No, only a 2 count, says the official. And Kalisto in control. And Vandiver sweeps the leg. And Vandiver kick to the midsection. Wait a minute, wraps him up into the hammerlock DDT. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Chris Vandiver successfully retains after this maneuver right here. The hammerlock DDT spikes Kalisto, and it was lights out. Chris Vandiver retains.
Here is your winner, and still Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion, Chris Mad Dog Vandiver.
Chris Vandiver successfully retains the United States Heavyweight title in a very competitive match. our opening contest for Holiday Havoc. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the GWA Women's World Tag Team titles are on the line as Vicious and Delicious challenge the Spitfire Warriors.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, Vicious and Delicious.
Now the Spitfire Warriors have been on a roll as the GWA Women's World Tag Team Champions, claiming the tag team titles at the beginning of September at Star Spangled Beatdown. They have been tag team champions ever since. No team has been able to rip those titles from their grasp, but can Vicious and Delicious be the team to do it right here tonight? We're going to find out in just a few moments.
And introducing the champions, they are the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Warrior of the Sun, Saray, and Io Shirai, the Spitfire Warriors.
The Spitfire Warriors, Io Shirai and Saray, looking to continue their reign atop the women's tag team division, but are going to have to get through Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae to do it. And we'll see the challengers, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, the champions, Saray and Io Shirai. The championship belts will be handed over to the official. And we're about to get this one underway. Indy Hartwell going to be starting things off with Saray. The bell sounds, we're underway, and Hartwell with a couple of shots but blocked by Saray. Saray firing back. Lock up, and Hartwell sent for the ride, puts on the brakes. And in the corner, look at this, reversal, what in the world? Arm drag, a deep arm drag by Saray. And spiked with a DDT by Indy Hartwell. And Hartwell now. Hartwell going upstairs. What does she have in mind here? Hartwell down. Caught by Saray. That is unbelievable. The strength by Saray. I didn't realize she had it in her. That was impressive. Hartwell now sent to the corner, tag, and in comes Io Shirai. And the whip of the neck and the stiff kick in the back. And Shirai going for the cover. One. Only a one, and Hartwell able to kick out. Keep this match alive for her team. Double stop down on the left arm. These are not the only tag team titles on the line tonight. As I had mentioned earlier, the GWA World Tag Team titles will be on the line later on tonight. Look at this! Drop kick from the heavens in the face of Indy Hartwell. Cover, 1. And no, still only a 1. And Candice and Saray were both in there. Candice now shot right to the face, and Hartwell's going to capitalize on it. Shirai sent over the top rope into the floor by Indy Hartwell. Hartwell going to use this opportunity and finally make the tag, and in comes Candice LeRae. But as I was saying, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line later on tonight as the Pitbulls will defend against the Eliminators. Can the Eliminators finally reclaim the World Tag Team titles as their own? Or will the Pitbulls once again ruin that dream for Cliff Russell and Vince Dixon? We'll find out later on tonight. Moonsault off the middle rope, springboard style by LeRae. 1, 2, kick out. And now the tag, Indy Hartwell will come back in. Saray's right at her corner, might as well make the tag as well. Shirai back in. And the head scissors takedown by Io Shirai. Drops the elbow. Stiff kick right into the glutes. And now Shirai up to the top. Hartwell stirring. And down with a double axe handle smash. Cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Candice LeRae. Shirai still in control. And now to the middle rope. And there's the moonsault. Very awkward landing there for Shirai, but a shot to Candice LeRae for good measure. Another stiff kick. Shirai with a cover. 1, and the boot. The boot on the bottom rope. And causes the rope break, the official right on top of that. Hartwell sent across the ring. Holds on to the ropes. And there's the reversal. Hartwell now. Hartwell on the attack. And look at this. A hammerlock DDT. Cover. 1, 2. No. The left shoulder off the canvas for Shirai. Face first. Center of the ring. And Hartwell. I can't believe Hartwell hasn't made the tag. Missed the drop kick, but an elbow to the side of the head. Another hip toss by Hartwell. I don't know if Hartwell's feeling like she can just take this thing on herself, but LeRae standing out there, and Hartwell seems a little confused. I don't think she knows exactly what to do right now. She should make the tag. LeRae is the fresher of the two combatants. Wait a second. And Hartwell now going to go for it all. Missed with the springboard drop kick. And look at this. Double underhook face plant. Cover. 1. And broken up by LeRae. But she gets taken out by Shirai. And the reversal by Hartwell. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. Well, now Hartwell doesn't have anyone to tag. Spikes Shirai with the DDT. Jawbreaker. And face first. And look at this, turns it into the submission. Is she going to tap? Is that going to be all? And it is. Indy Hartwell had no choice but to give it up after the amount of punishment she's taken. Let's look at it again. The jawbreaker reversal and then turns it into this submission. And Shirai able to submit Indy Hartwell. The Spitfire Warriors retain.
Here are your winners and still the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Tag Team Champions, Io Shirai and the Warrior of the Sun, Saray, the Spitfire Warriors.
The Spitfire Warriors successful in retaining here tonight. A new alliance forming backstage. But coming up next, one-on-one action as Gavin Briggs is set to take on Bob.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Riverside, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gavin Briggs.
Gavin Briggs set for one-on-one action here tonight at Holiday Havoc. Hasn't had the best of luck as of late, looking to turn it around here tonight. I'm not sure if a victory over Bob will really catapult you, to the top of, any ranks or any championship standings or anything. But, it would be a victory nonetheless. And Gavin Briggs could use a W at this point. Well, Bob is set for action. He's joined by the Fighting Irishman, Sergio Dandelinger. I mean, I do have to admit, I do have to give him some credit. Bob has had a couple of impressive victories over the past several weeks. Looking to continue that momentum here against Gavin Briggs. He caught the foot, the elbow right to the kneecap. And here comes Bob, firing away. Did not expect this early out of Bob. But Bob is going to town on Gavin Briggs. And look at this. Oh, wait, he's biting him. And slingshots him off the top rope. Gavin Briggs already in trouble from the early going. And Bob, with his 300-plus pounds, steps over Gavin Briggs. Here's the cover. One. And only a one for Bob at this point. And now, Bob sends Gavin Briggs to the buckle. Briggs is in all kinds of trouble. A block, and here comes Briggs. Briggs shoved back by the bigger, stronger Bob. And Bob with the headbutts to the shoulder joint. And here's another cover. One. No, only a one. We know Gavin Briggs is resilient. There's no doubt about that, and there's no denying it. We've seen it time and time again. And again, he's fighting back with a kick to the face of Bob. Gavin Briggs firing away. Gavin Briggs has gained control of this matchup. If he can keep Bob grounded, that's probably for the best. Gavin Briggs up to the top rope and completely biffs it. Overshot Bob, and Bob just runs right through him like a Mack truck. And Bob now, look at this strength. Cover. 1, 2. And a 2 count for Bob. Bob now once again steps over Gavin Briggs like he's a doormat. And down across the lower back area. Another cover from Bob. 1, 2. Once again, I'm going to have to give Bob a little credit. He's trying to end this thing as quickly as possible, going for multiple covers. It's very smart. Look at this strength of Bob with the military press slam. I also have to admit that Bob does seem to be winning over this crowd and winning over the wrestling world as of the last couple of weeks. Here's a cover. 1, 2, no. Once again, Gavin Briggs kicks out. And Briggs now with a knee strike right to the side of the head. And shoved back again. And look at this. Briggs able to hook him up, crosses the legs and drives him into the canvas. Here's the cover. 1, and only a 1. Way too much damage done to Briggs and not enough to Bob at this point. Bob easily kicks out. Oh, but he's going for it. Look at this. Modified sharpshooter by Gavin Briggs. Can Bob get out of this? Bob is scratching and clawing towards the ropes. And Bob, too strong, able to get there, just pulls Gavin Briggs to the ropes. He must break the hold. But how much damage has been done? He was in that hold for quite a good minute. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and no! Bob able to get the left shoulder up and reversal. And Bob with a couple of strikes of his own. Bob now with something. I'm not sure what that is. Rings the ears, I suppose, of Gavin Briggs. Briggs now sent to the corner. And look at this. Up top. And look at this. Another military press. Face first. Into the center of the ring. And here's again the cover by Bob. 1, 2. No. Gavin Briggs still gets the shoulder up. Sergio Dandelinger on the outside, cheering on Bob. And listen to these people. Bob now just with his strength, just kind of tossing Briggs around. You're not going to see the catch as catch can style from homeless Bob. You're going to just see him do whatever he can do. Just grab a body part, start slinging. Briggs able to kick Bob away and now going for broke. with the knee drop right from the top rope. 1, 2, no. Gavin Briggs once again fighting back and drops the knee again, but no one home. I guess when Bobby has none. Drops the elbow into the knee joint and the headbutt into the shoulder joint area yet again. And Bob with the senton, and that is 300 pounds. 1, 2, no, how in the world did Gavin Briggs kick out of that? That's got to be like a boulder crushing your insides. And hard whip into the corner. And Bob now was going for the avalanche. Gavin Briggs sidesteps him. And Briggs, I think, once again, may have been going for the modified sharpshooter. He was kicked away by Bob. Bob now with the reversal. And this is turning into quite the contest between these two. Briggs once again whipped hard into the corner. Bob now again up to the middle rope. Briggs is stirring, and this time the avalanche connects. Cover. 1, 2, he got him! And once again, homeless Bob with the avalanche, and it was enough to put Gavin Briggs down and out for the count. Another big victory for Bob and Gavin Briggs. Wait a second. Bob extends the hand, and Briggs is going to shake it. That is sportsmanship there shown by Gavin Briggs and homeless Bob. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, I don't think we're going to see any sportsmanship here between these two teams. It's the Eliminators challenging the Pitbulls for the World Tag Team titles. We're going to show you how we got here 3 weeks ago. The new world champion, Owen Gerald Sexton, would create an alliance with the Eliminators dubbed the Coalition. 2 weeks ago, the Eliminators would take on the Viking Raiders in a #1 contenders match, and because of that strength shown by Vince Dixon, the Eliminators were able to win it. Last week, one-on-one action, Luther Isaac falls victim thanks to the distraction by Vince Dixon and the victory for Cliff Russell. The score was evened up by Mauler Isaac 2 nights ago. The spear and Vince Dixon fell victim. That leads us to this matchup here tonight.
Introducing the challengers, at a combined weight of 500 pounds, the Eliminators.
Raise the bar, July 1st, 2022. The last time the Eliminators held the World Tag Team titles. They won it that night, they lost it in the same night. They lost it to the Pitbulls. The Eliminators looking to right that wrong here tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada at Holiday Havoc.
And introducing the champions, at a combined weight of 544 pounds, they are the Global Wrestling Alliance World Tag
Pitbulls, Luther, and Mauler Isaac looking to continue their dominant reign that started at Star Spangled Beatdown back in September. A victory over the Eliminators, and they will continue that reign. The Pitbulls, one of the scariest tag teams that we have as far as brute strength and power. They're brawlers, there's no doubt about that. But the Eliminators are focused. They know what they want. They seem a little extra focused due to the alliance with Owen Gerald Sexton, again collectively known as the Coalition. But the Pitbulls are not going to let those titles go easily. That's what it's all about, the most coveted tag team titles in the world. Mauler Isaac going to start things off with Vince Dixon. The bell rings, we're underway. Waist lock by Mauler Isaac. Has control of Vince Dixon. Forearm shot right to the back kidney area. Mauler with the tag. He's going to allow Vince Dixon to get the tag as well. Might as well reset right here. Cliff Russell and Luther Isaac. Luther going for the gut wrench reversal by Cliff Russell. Stomp right in the back of the head. Very elementary but effective. Luther buries the right hand into the bread basket. And the side body toss by Luther Isaac, who is now in control. Ouch! Oh, what a neck breaker. And Russell back up, gets shoved back by Luther Isaac, and a shot to the leg. Luther Isaac against the ropes, and what a knee strike! Right to the side of the head. And so far, the Pitbulls in complete control of the Eliminators. Another tag, and back in comes Mauler Isaac. And Cliff Russell able to dive and make the tag. Vince Dixon comes in with a big boot. Dixon now like a house of fire, but shut down. Shut down by Mauler Isaac. Oh, wait a second. Slides out the back door. And the chop block to the leg. And Mauler Isaac goes down. Drops the knee, no one there. Duck under the clothesline, avoids it. And look at this. To bone suplex by Vince Dixon. Here's the cover. One. Only a one for Vince Dixon. And now, Mauler Isaac in the corner with the elbow, fighting out of it. And snap suplex, here's the cover. But yeah, the feet all wrapped up in the ropes there. Not gonna get it. And Dixon now with an elbow right into the glutes. Mauler Isaac once again face first and fighting out of the corner again. Mauler Isaac with a double underhook powerbomb. He's going to use this chance to tag Luther Isaac, and Dixon once again makes the tag. Some kind of a rolling kick there by Cliff Russell. And there's another knockdown. That one folds Luther Isaac right up. And now Cliff Russell. Well, he gets a right hand buried into the ribs. And look at this, planted by Luther Isaac. Block, and the Dragon Screw takes Luther Isaac back down. Both of these teams not letting up. They seem pretty even at this point. Cliff Russell with the neck breaker, and now the cover. One, and no. Cliff Russell in control, sending Luther Isaac to the corner. And here's the tag sent across, and the drop kick by Vince Dixon. Dixon now with a cover. 1. And still only a 1. Vince Dixon now. What's he going to do with Luther Isaac? He's going to take him to the ropes. And forearm shot. And again, right to the kidneys. Back area. And sent into the corner, and look at this. Vince Dixon just lighting him up. He says one more for good measure, but the jab right to the jaw. Vince with the backbreaker. Dixon now with the cover. No, the rope break. The foot on the bottom rope. Again, this official all over the rope breaks here tonight. Been doing very well at officiating. And again, in the ropes, up and down with a stomp right into the sternum. There's the tag, and in comes Cliff Russell, and it appears that, and again, as I'm about to say something, it looked like the Eliminators are in control. Sweep of the leg, tag, Mauler in, and once again a tag, and in comes Vince Dixon again. And it's like we're starting over from scratch here. And neither man able to gain the advantage, and finally Mauler Isaac with a spine buster. And now Mauler Isaac just teeing off on Vince Dixon. And again, the quick tag, and Luther Isaac back in again. And since Vince Dixon was right in the corner, Cliff Russell in, and a rolling Pele kick of sorts. Down with the elbow right in the top of the head. Cliff Russell with the modified Russian leg sweep. And look at this. Russell with the drop kick, and Mauler Isaac crashes to the floor. Cliff Russell's got Luther Isaac right where he wants him. Hooks him up and down. Cover. 1, 2, 3. The Eliminators have done it. The back suplex into the elbow combination. And the Eliminators have once again become the World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Coalition.
Well, the Eliminators representing the Coalition are once again GWA World Tag Team Champions. We have another big announcement for you. Starting this coming Friday, Supercharged will now be relocated right here to the Grand Ballroom in Las Vegas, Nevada. And coming up next, the GWA Women's World Championship is on the line as Wild Thing Tammy Mullins takes on the superstar Halie Nolan. Let's show you how we got to this point 3 weeks ago. Tammy Mullins would make her return in grand style aboard that motorcycle and put Halie Nolan on notice. Nolan would then challenge Tammy Mullins to a singles match, and Tammy Mullins would gain the victory in decisive fashion. Last week, this would boil over, and these two would just brawl it out in the aisleway. They had to be separated by security. But Halie Nolan wanted a piece of Tammy Mullins and vice versa. And then just 2 nights ago, Whitney Duncan was scheduled to take on Tammy Mullins. Wouldn't happen as she was attacked. And then Halie Nolan would assault Tammy Mullins with that kendo stick, turning this match into a no-holds-barred match.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Championship.
here is the challenger. Riding in on that motorcycle. Wild Thing living up to her moniker. Tammy Mullins is here in Las Vegas, Nevada to challenge the superstar Halie Nolan for the GWA Women's World Championship. And Tammy Mullins, since her return, has looked very, very impressive. I mean, Tammy Mullins has always looked impressive in the ring. Always been one of the stronger female talents that we've had here in GWA. But Tammy Mullins has been on her game ever since her return. One more victory here tonight, and she'll walk out of the Grand Ballroom once again, Women's World Champion. This no-holds-barred stipulation here in this match, I would have to imagine would favor Wild Thing, but Halie Nolan has surprised us a few times in the past couple of months. So only time is going to tell who this match really is going to favor. I mean, Halie Nolan, and there she is, Halie Nolan showed us what she could do with that kendo stick just a couple of nights ago. Halie Nolan could come out here and surprise us all. I see her personal assistant and fashion designer, Peter Birchfield, is not here tonight, from what I understand, is not here joining Halie Nolan here at ringside. So she's going to have to do this thing all alone. Talk about a shame. Halie Nolan also won her championship at Star Spangled Beatdown back in September. Who did she defeat? Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins. We're going to send it down to the ring for the official introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Toluca Lake, California, Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins. And introducing the champion from Hollywood, California, she's the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, the Superstar, Halie Nolan.
The champion and challenger have been introduced. Halie Nolan will have to surrender the Women's World Championship. Tammy Mullins knows what she's looking at. She held it for quite some time. And there it is. The most coveted women's championship in all of professional wrestling. And it's on the line. No holds barred rules. The bell sounds, and Nolan already jumping out of the ring. She wants nothing to do with Tammy Mullins. Halie Nolan almost had a conniption when she realized that this match was now no holds barred rules. Her assistant, Peter Birchfield, was unable to do anything about it, missing the clothesline, and there's a shot by Tammy Mullins, and already Mullins in control, gonna cross the legs here, and look at this, into the submission, and already Halie Nolan is in trouble. Nolan trying to fight out of it, is able to break the hold. Tammy Mullins once again picks the leg and the dragon screw. Look at this, Tammy Mullins going to the top rope. And look at that! Corkscrew moonsault there by Tammy Mullins, pulling something brand new out of her arsenal. Do you think Tammy Mullins wants to walk out of here as Women's World Champion? Yeah, I think so. Halie Nolan has got nothing going since the opening bell. Gut-wrench suplex by Mullins. And if this continues, we are going to have a new Women's World Champion. Tammy Mullins all over the superstar. Well, the right hand's right to the face, but no disqualifications. That's as legal as a headlock here in this matchup, and Nolan able to escape and get out of there. Mullins gonna go after her, and Halie Nolan's gonna make her pay for it. Head first off the railing, and again into the security barrier. Head first yet again. And now Tammy Mullins firing back in a drop kick to the back of Halie Nolan. Mullins now back in the ring. Now she's going to come back after her again. And the block by Nolan. And again into the barricade. Head first. That's going to be the second or third time. And now head first off the ring post. And with no countouts, Halie Nolan can punish Tammy Mullins on the outside of the ring as long as she wants. And now into the steps. And now, Halie Nolan now has that kendo stick. That's what got Nolan into this predicament in the first place. But Mullins was trying to fight back, trying to keep her from using it. There's an elbow. And now look at the, oh, wait a second. Nolan with the steps. Halie Nolan with the steps. Right in the face of Tammy Mullins. And it looks like Halie Nolan's made that kendo stick rolled into the front row or something. I can't really tell. And again with the steps, my God. Halie Nolan using this, using the rules to her advantage. This no holds barred match now favoring, now she's got a damn bat, and he's got Tammy Mullins right in the head with a baseball bat. But Mullins able to get away. And now Tammy Mullins in and out trying to perhaps confuse Nolan, but no. Halie Nolan again with a baseball bat right in the face. How in the world is Tammy Mullins getting back up after that? Catches her with the drop kick. And now Tammy Mullins with the bat. No! She's able to steal it right from her hands, hits her right in the gut with it. Tammy Mullins has been assaulted with a bat, with the steps, and Halie Nolan has been able to use the rules to her advantage. The baseball bat, and now she's under the ring again. And now Halie Nolan with the steel chair. Wait, she's wedging it in between the ropes there. Halie Nolan in control. The kick right to the face by Tammy Mullins. And look at this, the axe kick right to the back of the head. And here's the cover. 1, 2, no. Tammy Mullins now has the bat. Tammy Mullins again and again. Are you kidding me? Listen to these people. Tammy Mullins. I think she's trying to hospitalize Halie Nolan. Okay, enough's enough. Tammy Mullins with the bat is going to make sure that she's walking out of here with the Women's World title. Somebody get that bat away from her, for God's sake. Halie Nolan. Going for the headbutt. And into the chair that was wedged in between the ropes, and the split-legged leg drop. The cover. 1, 2, and it's over. How in the hell did Halie Nolan survive that onslaught by Tammy Mullins? Well, I guess we're going to show you how right here. Was going to go for the overdrive with the headbutt, but got sent into that chair that was wedged in between the ropes, following it up with a split-legged moonsault, and somehow, some way, the superstar Halie Nolan survives another night.
Here is your winner, and still Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, the superstar Halie Nolan.
Well, I think Halie Nolan just may have gotten lucky there, but nonetheless, she's still the Women's World Champion. Now the Coalition celebrating the World Tag Team title victory earlier tonight. But speaking of tag team matches, coming up next, #1 contenders match for the World Tag Team titles, the Lucha House Party and High Energy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring, accompanied by Kalisto at a combined weight of 343 pounds. Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, Lucha House Party.
Well, we've seen Lucha House Party earlier tonight when Kalisto challenged the United States Heavyweight Champion Chris Vandiver, was unable to secure the victory and win the title. But now, Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado of Lucha House Party have an opportunity to become the new #1 contenders and challenge the new World Tag Team Champions, the Eliminators, at a future date. But before they do that, they got to defeat this team for the opportunity.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 457 pounds, High Energy.
Willie Jones and Derek Wright, High Energy. High Energy, the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in GWA history, would love to regain the World Tag Team titles, continue building their legacy as perhaps the greatest tag team in GWA history. But before they do that, they got to get through Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik, the Lucha House Party. Well, Grand Metalik going to start things off with Willie Jones. There's the bell. Only one team can get that opportunity. Which one is it going to be? Grand Metalik firing away right from the start. Off the ropes and hits the drop kick and drops the high flying elbow again. Trying to get this one over early. Only a 1 for Metalik. Grand Metalik now with Willie Jones. Sends him to the corner, and the tag, Lince Dorado. And the double super kick. Dorado in, cover, on. And still only a 1. Willie Jones able to kick out of that. Lince Dorado now sends Jones for the ride. Drop down. And the leapfrog over the top. And completely mistimed that. Was hoping to catch him with a springboard crossbody on the rebound. Completely mistimed. And now Willie Jones able to take over. He makes the tag. And now in comes his fresh partner, Derek Wright. And Derek Wright now squaring off with Lince Dorado. And Dorado now firing back. And into his own corner, forearm shot. And there's a right hand to Willie Jones for good measure. Drops the headbutt right into the sternum. And so far, Lucha House Party are rolling here in their tag team efforts. Double team and a double hip toss. Double kicks to follow it up. And Lince Dorado leaped over the top rope. Willie Jones just sucker punched him. He gets drop kicked off the apron for his trouble. And here's a cover by Metalik. 1 and only a 1. Both partners now on the outside of the ring in a complete daze. That leaves Derek Wright and Grand Metalik all alone. Grand Metalik in control of the situation. Now Dorado back up on the apron. Where the hell's he going? What is he doing? Grand Metalik, don't even tell me. Look at this. Coast to coast from Grand Metalik. That was impressive, and that should do it right there. Cover. 1, 2, no. Somehow, Derek Wright able to kick out and keep this match alive for his team. He now finds himself in no man's land. Tag, and in comes Lince Dorado. Look at this. Super kick into the package. Pile driver. That's it. 1, 2, and no, kick out. It looks like Willie Jones was going to try to break it up, but I guess in a smart way, he stepped back out. I guess he knew Derek Wright could kick out. Was able to make the tag. Scoop here by Jones and drops him. Clotheslines him over the top rope there. Both guys going for a flying nothing. And Derek Wright able to get the reversal, and Willie Jones, I got that completely mixed up. Willie Jones now with Lince Dorado, and Dorado with the spinning heel kick, and again, Lucha House Party. And look at this, springboard moonsault off the middle rope, but completely missed. No water in the pool. Oh, he was able to go to the other side and hit it. 1, 2, and broken up by Derek Wright. And now Wright sent over the top rope by Grand Metalik. And look at this, Willie Jones with a sunset bomb. Trying to get back in this thing. And look at this, the spinning heel kick again. Lince Dorado up top. And was unable to connect with the double axe handle. Well, Derek Wright and Grand Metalik are brawling on the outside of the ring. I can't tell who's getting the upper hand out there. But Lince Dorado still has control of Willie Jones in the ring. sunset bomb of his own, and now Metalik back up on the apron. Look at this! Shooting star press, perfectly done. 1, 2, got him! Well, some of that match wasn't pretty, but it was the Lucha House Party with the shooting star press.
Your winners, Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, Lucha House Party.
You got to believe that the Eliminators are watching this match, and now they know who their first contenders will be. Well, it is main event time here at Holiday Havoc. Big Bubba Mason set to challenge the Blueprint, Owen Gerald Sexton, for the World's Heavyweight title. 2 out of 3 falls tables match. This is how we got here 3 weeks ago. Number 1 contenders match. Big Bubba Mason victorious over strongman Aldo P. Wallace on that night. 1 week later, Owen Gerald Sexton would put Bubba Mason on notice, attacking him and assaulting him with the World Heavyweight title. And Owen Gerald Sexton wasn't done. He wanted to show Big Bubba just what he was capable of. He was going to end the career of Ray Snyder right here with that steel chair if it weren't for Bubba Mason scaring off Owen Gerald Sexton by taking the chair away from him. But Sexton would up the ante, and that's why the tables match stipulation was put in place. The groundbreaker through the table last Friday night here on Supercharged, and that is what brings us to tonight.
The following contest is a tables match and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship.
Here comes the challenger in Big Bubba Mason. There's a part of me that truly believes that this match is going to favor Big Bubba. I mean, really. I mean, I don't believe that Owen Gerald Sexton is going to be able to pick up and slam Bubba Mason through a table on 2 separate occasions. Again, this is 2 out of 3 falls. You got to put your opponent through the table not once, but twice in order to end this matchup. Bubba Mason, the bigger and stronger of the two. There's tables already set up on the outside of the ring, hazards for these athletes from the start. All Bubba Mason has to do is just pick up Sexton, chuck him over the top, right through the table. I mean, I'm not sure how Owen Gerald Sexton's going to be walking out of the grand ballroom here tonight as heavyweight champion of the world. I'm just being honest here. Well, here comes the champion. The cocky, arrogant champion. However, maybe some would say rightfully so, the 2-time World's Heavyweight Champion and undefeated Blueprint, Owen Gerald Sexton. I mean, Sexton at this point has a huge chip on his shoulder. His ego has inflated the size of a blimp. But I suppose maybe you can't necessarily blame him. So far, he has basically been untouchable. I think that's all going to end right here tonight. I just feel it in my gut. Bubba Mason, you got to believe, is steaming on the outside of the ring here. He can't wait to get his hands on Owen Gerald Sexton. Sexton just soaking it all in. Well, he should, because if Bubba Mason has his way, he may just break Sexton in half and take the world's title to boot. We're going to send it down to the ring and get this one started. The World Heavyweight title is on the line. Big Bubba Mason, Owen Gerald Sexton, 2 out of 3 falls tables match. And Sexton firing away right out of the gate. Bubba Mason able to get a hold of him and send him into the corner. Elbow strike, couple of them to the side of the head. Then steps over the top of him. It's a lot of weight, and again right on the chest cavity of Sexton. Bubba Mason now with a headbutt to the back of the head. The side body toss. And big Bubba Mason right now just having his way with Owen Gerald Sexton. And Mason now has Sexton all wrapped up in the top rope. Again, you see one table right there behind them on the floor. There's another right outside of camera view, and Sexton finally able to get away for a moment. He has been getting hammered from the opening bell, and now Mason comes out after him and turns him around. Clothesline to the back of the head, and of course, Sexton's gonna go for the blind shot and the suplex on the floor. Sexton now able to bait Bubba Mason to the outside of the ring and now has gained control. There's another table sitting there. Sexton now just kicking Bubba Mason right in the face. Wait a second. You hear these fans saying they want tables. Sexton pulls another table from the outside of the ring, or from underneath the ring, excuse me. And once again, Mason goes face first into the barricade. Sexton has something on his mind, but Bubba Mason not allowing him to get to it. And Mason now back in the ring. Mason coming back out of the ring. Sexton meets him there. Look at that scoop. Look at the power by Sexton, dropping Mason face first into the ring apron. Sexton once again has the table, slides it into the ring here. And Mason sent into the steps. Well, Bubba Mason had control early on, but now this one has turned into all blueprint Owen Gerald Sexton. Ever since Sexton went to the outside. Well, Mason now, Bubba Mason, suplex on the floor, and he's going to feel that one for a week. Bubba Mason now with the table. But look at this. Before he can set it up, Sexton capitalizes. Missile drop kick off the top rope. And now Mason laying on top of the table. Sexton once again kicking Bubba Mason right in the face. Owen Gerald Sexton with Bubba Mason sends him to the corner. And look at this. Look at Sexton go. He says one more. And the jab. I suppose like a little homage there to the new World Tag Team Champions, or at least one of them, Vince Dixon. And now Sexton has the table. He's going to prop it up in the corner. If somebody gets sent through that table, it does still count. Sexton now with the drop kick. Sexton in complete control of this matchup. Sexton now sending Bubba Mason into the corner with the table. He's gonna bring him out. Look at this. To bone suplex through the table. What power by Sexton. I didn't know he had it in him. The to-bone suplex through the table, and Owen Gerald Sexton is now up 1. But look at this. Bubba Mason answers back. Grabs him and chucks him over his head like a bale of hay. Mason now outside, grabs the table himself. Sexton now stirring. Mason now in control, gonna make him pay. Power bomb! What power! What strength! Bubba Mason's got him right where he wants him. And the big boot catches Sexton flush. Bubba Mason in control. The right hand buried into the midsection. Mason now once again with a power bomb. And all of a sudden, Big Bubba Mason has this match in his hands. He's in the driver's seat. He's got the table set up. Bubba Mason, scoop here. Slams it through, and now we're all tied up. Sexton sent through the table, the center of the ring. Bubba Mason now teeing off on Owen Gerald Sexton. There's the submission hold right into the trapezius muscle. Just wearing Sexton down even further. Both men have gone through a table. It's all tied up. Whomever goes through another table loses this match. Bubba Mason in complete control. And down on the right arm. Sexton catches the leg, turns it into the dragon screw. Mason able to get a hand on him once again, sending him into the corner with authority, and then the knee strike right to the head. And now Bubba Mason now with, well, he just gets rid of that table. Oh, look at this. He's going to go for the big boot yet again. And this, wait, oh no, this time he didn't get it. Sexton was able to sidestep him, was unable to get the big boot in. And look at this. Modified STO by Owen Gerald Sexton. And right on a piece of that table, that may have knocked Bubba Mason out. Sexton now, once again, setting up that table on the outside. Sexton now, he's going up top. Well, he decided against it, I guess. But Owen Gerald Sexton was able to turn this, but look at this. He hooked the legs, and he's got him in the modified Boston Crab. You can't win that way. The submissions aren't going to count. But what punishment. What punishment. He lets go of the hold. But what damage has been done? Look at this. Groundbreaker. And Owen Gerald Sexton has turned this thing around yet again. Sexton now, kick to the midst. Don't tell. Oh my goodness, look at the strength of Sexton. And wait a second, to the outside and through the table. Owen Gerald Sexton retains. The first table broken. The second one went to Bubba Mason. But this third one, my God, the strength displayed by the Blueprint. Up and over the top with a powerbomb and through the table.
Here is your winner, and still glorious
Well, the blueprint, Owen Gerald Sexton, is still the world's heavyweight champion. Join us next Friday right here in Las Vegas for Supercharged.